The truth is that every soul who enters this world carries within it a divine longing to belong, to love, and to be loved. And yet most people drift through their lives unaware that their greatest strength lies not in money or mastery, but in the quiet sanctuary called family. Before anything else in life becomes meaningful, your heart must awaken to this one revelation. Nothing shapes your destiny more powerfully than the atmosphere you create in your home. This is the place where your words become seeds, your emotions become currents, and your presence becomes an invisible force guiding the minds and hearts of those around you. Think about this for a moment. How many times have we let our frustrations, our worries, or our ambitions take us away from cherishing the people who stand closest to us? We chase goals, we chase approval, we chase some distant sense of accomplishment, all while forgetting that the real treasure is sitting across the table every day, waiting for our attention, our compassion, and our understanding. In the style of Florence Scovel Shinn, I tell you now that life is a game of boomerangs, and whatever energy you send into your family always returns to you multiplied. If you send peace, peace returns. If you send love, love returns. If you send gratitude, gratitude returns. But if you send irritation or neglect, life mirrors that right back into the home you are trying to build. Many people do not realize that the challenges within a family are not punishments, but sacred assignments. These challenges are tailor-made for your soul's growth, crafted with divine precision so that you may learn patience, forgiveness, and unconditional love. You are never being tested to break. You are being refined to rise. When disagreements erupt, when misunderstandings grow, when silence replaces laughter, remember this unshakable truth. No problem in a family is greater than the power of intentional love. The universe bends in favor of those who choose harmony over ego, compassion over pride, and connection over chaos. Families crumble when individuals try to win battles instead of nurturing bonds. But families flourish when even one person decides to be the light that dissolves darkness. Your words can mend or wound. Your tone can heal or divide. And your presence can invite peace or ignite tension. And yet, the miracle is that you always have the power to choose again, to begin again, to speak differently, to show up with grace even where there has been friction. Life responds instantly to a change of heart. When you shift your focus from flaws to blessings, from disappointments to possibilities, you unlock a new reality for yourself and everyone you love. Each morning is an invitation to rewrite the energy of your home. Each evening is a chance to reflect on what you planted that day. Did you plant encouragement or criticism? Did you plant hope or worry? Did you plant unity or division? Whatever you plant consistently becomes the climate of your home, and that climate shapes the destiny of every heart living within it. In a world full of noise and endless distractions, the family that remembers to treasure one another becomes a fortress of joy. Never underestimate the healing power of a sincere hug, a gentle word, or a moment of undivided attention. These small gestures carry spiritual weight, for they remind each member that they matter deeply. And when a person feels valued, they rise into the highest version of themselves. Every strong family is simply a collection of souls choosing love again and again, even when circumstances seem heavy. And so today, let this message awaken the truth already inside you. Your family does not need perfection. It needs presence. It needs warmth. It needs the quiet magic of a heart that chooses love as a daily practice. When you embody love, you become the lighthouse that guides your family through any storm, turning trials into triumphs and challenges into chapters of growth designed by the divine. There comes a moment in every individual's life when they realize that the true essence of a happy family is not found in outward perfection, but in the inner spiritual principles that govern harmony, compassion, and unity. And this realization often dawns in the quiet places of the heart, when one is finally ready to understand that life responds to the vibration we carry. In the language of Florence Scovel Shinn, your home is a magnet, and it attracts according to the thoughts, feelings, and words most consistently entertained by its members. When we allow fear, resentment, or impatience to dominate our inner world, we unknowingly invite tension into our relationships. But when we choose faith, gratitude, and love, the entire atmosphere of the home shifts. as if an unseen hand has swept away the heaviness and replaced it with light. Families do not thrive because they avoid challenges. They thrive because someone within them becomes conscious enough to hold the vision of peace even when others cannot see it yet. This person becomes the spiritual thermostat, regulating the emotional temperature and bringing balance where chaos tries to enter. Think for a moment about how often families drift into conflict simply because members forget to appreciate one another, forget to listen with open hearts, forget to pause before reacting. Most wounds begin as small misunderstandings, but when they are left unattended, they grow into barriers. Yet every barrier can be dissolved the moment someone chooses humility over pride, understanding over assumption, and softness over stubbornness. A family transforms the moment one soul remembers that love is always the winning move. Life often presents families with trials designed to strengthen them rather than separate them. Sometimes a financial setback, a disagreement, a health struggle, or a painful silence appears to push members apart. But in divine truth, these moments arrive so each person may discover their capacity to support, uplift, and comfort one another. You are never placed in a family by accident. There is divine intention in every connection, every challenge, and every blessing. When you begin to see your family through spiritual eyes rather than through the lens of frustration or expectation, you awaken to the realization that each person is doing the best they can with the level of awareness they currently possess. And when this understanding enters your heart, forgiveness becomes easier. Kindness becomes natural. Patience becomes instinctive. You start to see that your role is not to fix your family members, but to love them into wholeness by being a living example of the peace you wish to experience. It is often said that what you seek within your family must first be cultivated within yourself. If you desire respect, you must become respectful. If you desire understanding, you must practice understanding. If you desire harmony, you must embody harmony. The moment you shift inwardly, the outer world follows. The universe operates on spiritual law, and one of those laws, as Florence Scovel Shinn teaches, is that your word is your wand. The energy you speak into your home becomes the reality you live. Words spoken in frustration leave emotional stains, while words spoken in love leave healing imprints. And so, when you stand in your home, remember that you are shaping the emotional architecture of the family every time you open your mouth. Speak blessings, even when you feel stress. Speak encouragement, even when you feel tired. Speak hope, even when situations look uncertain. These words do not only transform circumstances, they transform hearts. A happy family is built not through grand gestures, but through daily spiritual practices of gentleness, attentiveness, and gratitude. It grows stronger each time someone chooses to listen with empathy instead of reacting from fear. It becomes more resilient every time a difficult moment is met with calm faith rather than impulsive anger. And it becomes more loving every time a member takes a step toward unity instead of waiting for someone else to make the first move. You hold more power than you realize. Your energy, your intentions, your prayers, and your choices ripple through the home like quiet waves, shifting the emotional landscape. Families evolve when even one person becomes anchored in the truth that love is not merely an emotion, but a divine force capable of dissolving every misunderstanding and guiding every soul back into harmony. When you understand this, you no longer see challenges as threats. You see them as opportunities to strengthen the bond, deepen the trust, and create a sanctuary of peace where every member feels safe, valued, and uplifted. There is a divine rhythm that flows through every family, a quiet spiritual melody guiding each heart toward growth, connection, and deeper understanding. Yet many people move through life unaware that this rhythm is always inviting them to rise above conflict and step into a higher expression of love. When you begin to see your family not as a burden or a responsibility, but as a sacred circle of souls chosen by divine design, everything inside you shifts. You no longer react impulsively because you understand that every moment carries a spiritual message. You no longer cling to disappointments because you recognize that holding on to pain only blocks the blessings meant for your home. In the graceful voice of Florence Scovel Shinn, life becomes a mirror reflecting the energy you pour into it. And when you pour love into your family, love inevitably returns, often in ways far more beautiful than you expect. A happy family is not created by chance. It is created through conscious intention, spiritual awareness, and daily acts of compassion that water the seeds of unity. Every member of your family is walking their own journey, navigating their own fears, carrying their own unspoken wounds. And when you approach them with empathy rather than expectation, you create a safe, emotional space that allows true connection to blossom. Often, families become wounded not because of what is said, but because of what is left unsaid. The appreciation that goes unspoken, the forgiveness that is withheld, the affection that remains buried behind pride. Yet every soul longs to feel seen, heard, and cherished. When you decide to be the one who speaks love freely, who apologizes first, who listens without judgment, who gives without keeping score, something miraculous begins to happen. The walls that once divided slowly crumble. Hearts that were once guarded begin to soften. The energy within the home becomes lighter, more peaceful, more aligned with divine order. Even the smallest gesture can carry life-changing power. A gentle touch on the shoulder, a sincere word of gratitude, a moment of undivided attention. These simple offerings can shift the emotional climate of a family in an instant. True transformation does not require dramatic actions. It requires consistency in the small moments. Your presence becomes a healing force when you choose to radiate calm instead of chaos, hope instead of worry, and faith instead of fear. Life will continue to place challenges before your family, not to weaken the bond, but to strengthen it. Every disagreement is a lesson in communication. Every misunderstanding is a chance to deepen patience. Every setback is an invitation to stand together rather than drift apart. The universe never brings a challenge without also providing the strength needed to overcome it. When families recognize this, they stop resisting each other and begin uplifting each other. Instead of focusing on flaws, they focus on strengths. Instead of holding on to past hurts, they create new memories filled with light. Instead of expecting perfection, they embrace progress. A family connected by unconditional love becomes unshakable because their foundation is not built on circumstances, but on spiritual truth. This truth reminds you that love is not something you must chase. It is something you must become. And when you become love, you naturally inspire those around you to rise into their own highest expression. Every day, you have the power to shape the energy of your home. You can choose to greet the morning with gratitude, welcoming the day as an opportunity to deepen bonds and create harmony. You can choose to end the evening with reflection, releasing whatever negativity may have surfaced and affirming peace for the next day. These choices, repeated over time, shape the emotional legacy of your family. And that legacy, more than anything else, becomes the invisible inheritance passed from one generation to the next, an inheritance of strength, compassion, resilience, and unwavering love. So let this moment be the turning point where you decide to bring more light into your home than ever before. Let your words become healing, your actions become uplifting, your presence become a sanctuary. Become the spiritual anchor your family can lean on, the quiet strength they can rely on, the source of encouragement that reminds them of their own worth. When you embody such love, you illuminate not only your home, but the entire path ahead. And now, in the gentle spirit of Florence Scovel Shinn, here is a note for all who are listening. If our videos are helping you, inspiring you, and bringing light into your life, then kindly subscribe to our channel, like our content, and press the bell notification button so you can receive our daily motivation messages on time. May every word you hear guide you closer to peace, harmony, and the joyful family life your soul truly deserves.